I've played every single level in Pizza Tower dozens if not hundreds of times, leading me to have a pretty good understanding of the layout and gameplay of each one. This led me to pose an interesting question. What if I tried to recreate an entire Pizza Tower level off of memory alone? Doing this would not only require me to recall the entire level's structuring and gameplay, but also the location of every single item, enemy, and object along the way. I figured that if I was gonna try this, I needed to do it on the level that I knew the best, and there was no better option than the very first level in the game, John Gutter. So with that, I booted up another fixed objects mod, a mod that adds a level editor to Pizza Tower, and got to work on trying to recreate a Pizza Tower level entirely from memory. Alright, I think I'm gonna start off with the general structuring of the level first before adding any details. So the first thing we're gonna add is this little starting platform with the door on it. There's also this wall off to the left, and it has a little gap at the bottom so that you can go into the lap 2 room. I really have no idea like the scale of some of these objects, so it might look a little goofy, but you know what? I'm trying my best. Let me just resize this room a little bit so we have more room to work with. So the next thing that I remember being in this room is a wall right here, and then a platform with a big topping on it. So let's add that. Alright, I think that looks pretty good, and then we'll put a big topping right there. The last part about this room is a little tunnel that leads to the exit, and there's also a big topping in this little cubby hole right here. Okay, I think that looks about right, and then we just put the collectible right there, yeah. Also, while we're here, I'd like to interest you in perhaps subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm currently trying to reach 50k by the end of the summer, so if you subscribe, it'll go a long way in helping me reach that goal. Alright, honestly, this first room looks about done, so I think I'm gonna move on to the second room now. So if I click the plus right here, I should be able to make a new room. Okay, so from what I remember, I think this room is where metal blocks get introduced, so I might have to add that part. So I know right next to the door there's a block that goes up like 2 or 3 tiles, and then right over here there's another platform that goes into the part with the metal block, and you have to like jump in order to hit it. Gotta make sure to add slopes here, and then right here we put the 2 metal blocks. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember what the rest of this room looks like. I'm pretty sure it just ends, so I'm just gonna put a hallway leading to the exit. But yeah, this actually looks pretty accurate. Let's just play test it just in case. Okay, yeah, that definitely feels right. Alright, now what I should probably do is link these 2 rooms together. Alright, so I should be able to place this warp right here, and it'll teleport me to another room. Put another one right here. And now we just click target room and click main. Do the same for this one, and hopefully that works. Oh, that didn't exactly work how I wanted it to. Oh, okay, I figured it out. You gotta set the target door to a certain thing. Okay, so it took absolutely forever, but I managed to figure out how to make rooms like transition into each other. Also, I forgot the short little segment between the first and second rooms that I made, so I went ahead and added that. I know this room starts off with a segment where you have to belly flop on a metal block, so let's make that first. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is accurate, so you climb up the ladder and then you belly flop, or if you're a gamer you can just run up the wall and do the same thing. Now I know we have a little bump and then a big bump right here. Also gotta make sure we put slopes on either side of this bump. The final thing we'll add to this room is on the far right there's a pizza box that sends you to the next area, so let's do that. Alright, so we got this little overhang and then we put a pizza box right here. I was thinking this would be kinda easy, but it's actually kinda difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you literally have to remember every single minute detail from each room in order to stand a chance. Alright, with that though, we've completed the first, like, I don't know, couple parts of John Gutter. There's still a lot of level to go. Just for the sake of time, I'm gonna try to speed run these next couple rooms. So I know this room starts off with a weird corner that does absolutely nothing, and then you have a platform over here that leads to a big topping. Alright, that looks decently accurate, and we'll put a topping right there. Now for this next room, it has 2 important elements. It's got the first secret, and it's also got that one part in the escape sequence where you have to go to a completely separate room, so we gotta add both of those. So we got the first secret area, you just super jump into it, and then we can put the eye right here. Alright, this last part's kind of weird, but I think I got it right. You gotta go roll under this in order to exit the room, and then when you're in the escape sequence, you go over here to this box. And then while we're here, we might as well add these pillar blocks so I don't forget. Let's also add some deactivated pillar blocks in this room because you come out of this area during the escape. Alright, so this room's probably gonna be like one of the longest ones because you have to super jump up over here, and also in the middle there's a treasure room. I really don't remember the layout for this room that well, so I'm gonna just have to eyeball it. Alright, I'm actually pretty proud of how this room turned out, I'm not gonna lie. So basically you run in, you run up these pillars, here's where you super jump during the escape to get the treasure, and then you roll under here, there's this cheese block that I don't even know how I remember this was here, I just kinda remembered. There's this metal block, there's a platform up here, this is where you get the pumpkin during the Halloween update. And then you go over here, super jump up into the box. As far as I can remember, I'm not forgetting anything, so let's just move on to the next section. So this room is probably going to be the hardest one to do in the entire thing just because of how big it is. I honestly don't even remember what half of the room even looks like, so I'm just going to eyeball it and hope it comes out good. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this first part you come out of the box and then there's like this little pit down here that has some cheese slimes in it. And now I think there's like a platform with a ramp on it or something. I really don't remember what this section looks like, I'm gonna be honest. The thing I do remember though is like halfway through the room there's this area that dips down and then you have this overhang that has a topping in it. Alright, so we got the tunnel right here and then we put the topping right here. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I forgot to add toppings to all the other rooms, so let me do that. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the first topping's right here, just like on this platform. Second topping's right here, also on a platform. And then the third topping should be located right here, right after the first secret. Alright, now that we got all the toppings down, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this room. You know, you never think about how massive Pizza Tower levels are until you look at them in a level editor. Like, compared to Super Mario Maker levels or other platformers, these levels are ginormous. Alright, I know it's definitely not the most accurate thing in the world, but it's gonna have to do for now. Okay, this is like the second to last normal room, and is probably gonna be one of the hardest ones. I know that there's like several platforms that you have to jump between, so I'll start out with those. Alright, so you jump across these platforms and then up here is where Jerome's hidden, so I gotta make a little cubby hole. Alright, this is probably as close as I'm gonna get to actually getting this part right, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on the secret area now. So for this part you just drop down and then the secret should be right in this hallway. Also wanna make sure we put Jerome in his little hidey hole, so let's do that. Oh shoot! Almost forgot to add this guy right here. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. I think I'm gonna move on. Okay, we're finally at the final room minus like secrets and the escape sequence. It's the pillar room. This room is just one long hallway leading up to Pillar John, so it should be pretty simple. Okay, this looks about right. Now we just gotta add the pillar and we're done. Before I move on to adding stuff like secrets, there is one more unique room that I've yet to create. So as you probably know if you played this level before, John Gutter has one room that only appears in the escape sequence, and it's right through this pizza box. This room's pretty infamous thanks to it being probably the hardest part in this level's lap 3, so I want to make sure I recreate it accurately. So first of all, we gotta make a big hallway leading all the way down to the bottom. Next up, we gotta make this weird snaking pattern with these platforms. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this top part's accurate so far. Now we just gotta add like the little area for the secret. Alright, put that there. And now that that's done, we can make this final section with the slide into the pizza box. Alright, I'm done. I think that looks pretty good. We finally made it to the last main room of the level, and thankfully it's a simple one. It's the lapping portal room. This one took me like 10 seconds to make. It's just a long hallway leading to the lapping portal. Now that we've finished all the main rooms, I'm gonna really quickly build all the secrets. Alright, so for the first secret, the main thing I remembered is that there were just a bunch of floating platforms with semi-solid platforms in between, so I tried to recreate that as best I could. The second secret's a bit simpler than the first one because it's just a bunch of walls that you all run up. Finally, we got the third secret, and I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea what I was doing with this one. I remember that there's a lot of metal blocks that you have to break, and like it kind of loops around, but I have a feeling I missed some with this one. I don't know, it just looks incomplete. I guess that now that we're done with the main layout of the level, the only thing left to do is to add enemies and stuff, so I'll see you guys back here when I finish doing that, because it's probably gonna take a while. Alright, it's been like a full day since I last recorded anything, and I have to say I severely underestimated how long this would take. So for the rest of the day yesterday, I basically just spent it adding like enemies, items, textures, basically everything that I didn't add in the initial build stage for this level. And I did all this stuff still completely off of memory. Some of the stuff like the textures, I just kind of used the level's color palette and painted it on, but some of the stuff like the enemies and toppings, I just had to guess. A lot of these rooms are probably completely wrong, but at this point I don't really care because, I mean, I've already spent way too long on this project. Also, I didn't make any changes to the actual layout of the level, I just added stuff on top of it. The only real new addition I made was the treasure room, but that was pretty easy to do even off of memory. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just go into my recreation and compare it room by room to the actual level. So starting out with the first room, it's actually pretty accurate. There's only a couple like small issues, like these platforms are a little bit too small and the scale is a bit wonky, but overall I think it's pretty accurate. Oh shoot, I just realized this entire area with like the top-end and the collectibles, that's not supposed to be in this room. This is just in the complete wrong room, so that's something. Alright, moving on to this room. I think, okay, so this is a bit too wide. And also there's supposed to be a ladder here. Oh, I think this hallway is where the first stop-in's actually supposed to go. I can't believe I forgot that. Alright, this room seems mostly the same. There's like some small differences in like the structures, but overall I did a good job. This part's like spot on, I feel like. Like it looks pretty much exactly the same. Now this part on the other hand, okay, I definitely made this like elevated area way too thick. I don't really know what I was thinking about here, but I guess we'll just move on. By the way, just a side note, it took me like 20 minutes to figure out how to use these pizza box things, and then another like 30 minutes just to add them to all the rooms, so there's that. Alright, this area is pretty similar. I think the main difference is that I didn't know how to make disappearing walls so you can see this big top-end and also the pizza box they use for the escape. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next room, and wow, guys, I wonder where the secret is. Yeah, so like the disappearing walls, I didn't really know how to make the secret work how it actually did in the original level, so I kind of just slapped a cartoonishly large brick block on top of it. Anyways, let's see how the first secret looks. So I ended up adding all the toppings and stuff. This actually is like the most accurate part of the level probably. It looks spot on. Going back to this room though, I think that like this area looks a little off somehow. There's supposed to be like a Fortnite guy up here on a platform or something. I don't know, I just forgot. Alright, so this room's like the biggest one in the level, and I was expecting to get a lot of it wrong, but honestly it looks like really accurate. Like, I'm actually surprised right now. Really, the only things that's missing are like a couple brick blocks scattered around, but like I said, I didn't really remember where those went, so I just gave up. Oh my god, I just realized I forgot to texture one tile. That's gonna annoy me forever. Alright, anyways, moving on to this room. Okay, this room, I definitely got the scale wrong, because like this part is way too big, and then like this first part is way too small. I don't even know what I was doing here. This next room, I definitely got some stuff wrong, because like, I don't even know what I was doing. It's like, I think these platforms might be a little too small or too big or something. It just feels off. I did remember to put the secret here, but I didn't do any invisible walls, so it just kind of looks dumb. Oh, I think I forgot to make the secret music play in this room. Alright, well, the secret is pretty simple, I think. Here we have Jerome through the breakable wall, which again looks stupid because I couldn't figure out how to texture it. And now we're finally onto the pillar room. And why is the level music still playing? What is happening? Alright, well, I guess we'll run through the level in pizza time. I got that shortcut right. That's good. God, this sounds terrible. I might just... Oh, what the... Okay. It seems like I forgot to put a ceiling on this room. Good to know. Alright, anyways, I've managed to put in the enemies that like spawn during pizza time. Like the John blocks and stuff. But I don't really know if these are entirely accurate either. This room seems pretty accurate. Let's try going to the secret. Oh my god, there's so much music playing all at the same time. This is terrible. Why is this happening? I don't even know. Okay, whatever, just get in the box. Okay, I think the other music finally stopped playing. It's just pizza time now. Alright, this actually feels pretty accurate. Like this run back to the goal. And now we're in the lapping room. Lap 2. Overall, I think this recreation is actually pretty good. Oh, let me get this janitor closet. See, this room is pretty much 1-to-1 because like I could just trace the background pretty much, so it made it a lot easier. Honestly, this remake's pretty good so far. Like, I don't really see any major differences other than like a couple structures that I just left out. Also, I just realized my HUD like reappeared somehow. It wasn't even visible for like half the level and now it's here, whatever. Alright, now that I've finished comparing my recreation to the original level, I kind of want to try to P rank it. I don't actually know if it's possible, I haven't tried it yet, but I set the level to the same points threshold as the original John Gutter, which is 16,000. So theoretically, if I just don't drop my combo, I should be able to get P rank. I also gotta get all the secrets and the treasure, of course. And it might be a little harder because for some reason my HUD isn't displaying until I'm in pizza time. I don't know if this is a bug or something, but I guess I don't really need my HUD. I just need to like not get hit, you know. Alright, first secret. Light work. Second secret. Oh shoot. Yeah, I just realized something about that second secret. I think I forgot a little platform on top of that third pillar. Cause usually you're able to run off it and like, yeah, get the big topping, but in mine you can't do that. Alright. Pizza time! It seems like the music's actually working properly this time, which is nice. Now I just gotta get back to the beginning. Make sure to get the treasure. Very nice. Get the secret. Oh god. I thought I wouldn't be able to break that metal block. That was kind of close. Alright, so far, my original John Gutter muscle memory is actually working pretty well. Like, I think the layout's close enough where I can just do what I usually do and it still works. Alright, lap 2 time, and there's the P rank. Oh shit. Now I just gotta not drop it. Oh man, don't mess it up. Come on. Nice. Alright, yeah, we did that in plenty of time. And okay. I like ran past the door. I think that's just muscle memory from doing lap 3. You know, that kind of lends credibility to my recreation that I was able to P rank it with like the original score threshold. Perhaps my recreation wasn't so scuffed after all. Alright, I was planning on doing more than one level in this video, but this one took forever to make, so I think I'm just gonna end it here. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you want me to recreate more Pizza Tower levels from memory. It's actually pretty fun and I wouldn't mind doing it again. For now though, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!